God first in everything you do. You know, through all the craziness and foolishness. You know, the rage, the anger, everything that's dark. You gotta know God for yourself, and you definitely gotta know who you are. It's easy to get lost in the chaos of things that happen to you in life. I'm telling you, the best gift God could ever give you in life is seeing yourself, and therefore seeing how you can be a better person and the things that you can give to life and being a better person. But you can't see that unless you know and love yourself. You know, so I truly thank God for allowing me um, to be one of the few and rare that came into the world in chaos and started off on a path in life in chaos and was able to know and grasp His word. And even though I knew the word and I could grasp it, still stray. And to be able to overcome against all odds. And sometimes at the end of it, we probably think that we have a good life, but that won't be the case for everybody and everyone. There's people that they're giving their life so that others could have something better in life, just for us to fall behind and do the very thing that they were fighting for. And truly getting to know and see myself and understand where and how we fall short in life. I can understand that. I can understand. It gives you a different compassion for mankind because, see, first thing we love is God gave His only begotten Son so that we shall have everlasting life. And although everlasting life is in a spiritual sense, everlasting life is also in a physical sense. Because the destruction and chaos of man will be the end of us. And people always saying, you know, it's coming to them times because they have endured or seen so much in life that the reality of the growth and the build up, it's like a snowball. Keep rolling it and rolling it and rolling, get bigger and bigger and bigger. And if the snow never stopped and you had a clear path, you can roll it as big as you can push it. And we all jump on board and give it a push. It's sad. It's a lot of devastation, it's a lot of hurt, and it's a lot of pain, and a lot of us stand on the wayside pretending as if we don't understand what's going on or we don't know what's happening, because if we lie and convince ourselves that this is not really happening, this is not, and this is what's really going on, and this is not what's really going on, and you know, all of these things that we do to accept the worst things in life, and a lot of it is due to psychological trauma. It is a key impact in what we see around us that devastates our families, that devastate our communities, that devastate us in society. You know, and sometimes you get to a point where you just, you no longer have the urge or the need to go through all the chaos and the bull or none of that, right? You just get fed up and you get tired. And sometimes people go out of their mind. And they walking around and they talking to themselves and they not really here, and everything is mixing and mashing and in and out. Because whatever happened to them was too much for them to endure. We watch people every day. We watch them cry out, die in front of us, as long as it's not us, we don't care. Bred into us this way. And we become weaker and weaker with every generation, and we create more and more chaos because we aiming directly at our future, at our children and our kids. This is something that I've been able to see since I've come into the world. I've been blessed with a gift to remember very young. So in saying so, as the generations go on, these children tend to face a lot worse each generation. So when you look around now, they're going to be telling you about these bad and horrible kids and how they just messed up like this. But that's not the case. This is something that we have done to them. We have created these bad and horrible and these monsters that we're talking about. Because, see, at a young, early age, to keep us uneducated and mentally unstable would be enough. Have all the physical strength in the world, but to be uneducated and mentally unstable is enough. Okay? Because if you're uneducated, you're unable to learn about the things that are happening to you and how to better deal with those things. Something called reason and logic. It's a very good quality to have. And reasoning and logic, you can understand things. So when you know that you're doing all the right things and you're making all the right steps, you understand this is exactly what's going on. Okay? You don't group everybody in one group. You don't judge and do all of these things that we do as people. Okay? So when I say something and it's concerning a group of people, it's a group of people. Not grouping the world into this. Okay? It's too many that's gone wrong for anything to be good. And we see it every day. Families, community, society. What happens at the top, it shows the most at the bottom. This is in everything. In the country, in the world, schools, everywhere. This is everywhere. Okay? So, in reason and logic, you can really understand what's happening and the impact of what's happening. And you can also understand if there's a way to change it and fix it and make it better, and if there's not. But when you can't reason and logic, you're stuck. And let me show you how reason and logic can be a huge impact on you in a small way. Say something happened, someone did something wrong, right? And you was already in a bad mood, you get into a confrontation with them. Okay, look, you just moved my stuff and you sat down. I was already sitting here. This is where I was sitting at. Just any conversation, okay? This is where reason and logic is not into play. I was already sitting here where I'm sitting here now. Nah, you gonna get because I'm gonna sit down in my seat. I was already sitting here. Okay, so someone walks up to neutralize the situation and they say, hey, what's going on? What you mean, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? There's no reason and logic in this situation. Okay? The reason why there's no reason and logic in this situation, because the wrong thing is happening here, and this is the person's job to come in and neutralize it to make sure everybody's safe and secure. And this is the person that you're disrespecting and talking to any type of way. So this continues to blow up. Now it could go one or two ways. If this is somebody who is professional and about what they're supposed to do, they're going to deal with it in a professional way, regardless of what you do. If this is not, then this could go totally wrong. And now everybody is at risk. No reason and logic. Okay? on a huge scale, when you're looking at reason and logic is like when you're dealing with the government. Now, when you're dealing with the government, reason and logic say, well, okay, these people make laws and rules, so whenever they're broken, you should, and you notify them of something wrong. You understand there has to be a process because there's so many people. You know what I'm saying? That's reason and logic makes sense. Okay, so all right, then we start the process, and you deal with whatever's going on, and they correct it. And when there's something in their system, because they're here for the people, they get rid of that. If it's that person or them people that's doing the wrong things in the government, because this is the right thing to do for the people, it's reason and logic, right? But when you do these things and it don't happen, reason and logic tell you that you're against something that's much worse and much bigger than one person or a few people, okay? And over time, as it happens more and more, people become more and more aware of what's happened to them. Because, see, it might be something that you've been doing for so long, it's been kind of like smushed over. Well, that's always been done. That's how it is. And, and it's been going that way. It's been going great for a long while. And then there comes a time where these things start to change, where it's not going as great as it used to go. And it's been going that while for a long time. But since I've already decided in my non-reason and logic that because I have this, or I'm this person, or my name says this, or I'm this color, or I'm this or that, whatever, tell yourself that I can do whatever I want because I've been doing this. And at all odds, I'm going to do what I want, not realizing man is not God. No shape, form, or fashion. We are imperfect people. In the image of God, we try to do the right things, and we will push to walk the right path. Facts. But in reason and logic is out of the picture, we create corruption, destruction, chaos. We become sick. What we see in the world today. Because we have no reason and logic. Okay? So, again, being uneducated and mentally unstable is meant to hold you down. It is the best key that someone else has to be able to control you based on what they say and do, or allow you to feel like you're in a position the same way that these people did what they did to use their relatives to do what they did. They controlled them, so it gave them a power. Controlled them to have them to do what they wanted to do so that they could secure their own situation for themselves. The same way the people over top of them do them. And there's somebody over top of them that do them all the way up to the top. And we look at all the things, color or, racism or the discrimination, prejudices, and all of these things we name that people have. But in reality, it's just a character thing. Your character is who you are. People of good character have good morale, good ethics, and good standards. No matter what it is, work, personal life, no matter what they do. This is not what we see in a government that we trust, or in a society that we distrust, or a community that we really ain't sure of, or a family that is broken and dysfunction. That's all we know. So all of it becomes what? Acceptable dysfunctional norms. You understand? In reason and logic, some things are worth fighting for. And that is our future, our children. You got to be the sickest and craziest people on the earth. to play this game with our kids, their future, and their lives. Okay? And to think that what you face now is going to be a lot better later. Oh no. That's a lie that you tell yourself. And in your own weakness, and in your own ignorance, and in your own lies, is where we all get defeated at. So in saying that, most people doing stuff and say they're in this fight to fight for the people, they're in this fight for themselves, for their own image, for their own reason, for their own personal gain, but not for the people. You're not somebody until you're dead and gone, or until you've done made it and you got a lot. That is the value of life. And the biggest market in the world is our children. We are broken and sick, very sick generations. It's sad. I'm all cried out, so don't think that I don't care, because I'm just all cried out. I've seen so much. The one thing that I do know is United States of America government and black people, Lord, help y'all souls. Get your life together. Get up off the image and the goofy mess that you've been subjected to fall into. Pick up a damn book. Get acquainted. Listen, don't bring children in a world that you don't want to stop your life and live for. Don't do it. You are not a mother because you push out babies. That is not the case. Don't do it. Don't have kids and live off the system. Don't. Do better. And if you failed and you messed up, give your kids better. Don't pass that same broken shit down to them. Let them know they're worth more than that. It is a terrible and a horrible cycle to repeat and a lie, thinking that one day it is going to get better. That is not people of God. That is people of man. Stop playing with religions and churches and using it for your own good and to justify your own needs. All on an image. You are the devil advocates, whether it's the churches or the people. We got to do better.